All right, what's going on, guys? Dan Watson, and today is gonna be an awesome day because not only are we cruising around in some pretty crazy awesome $250,000 cars, but I've also got this Zhiyun's new Canon EOS gimbal. And I've been shooting a lot with the Canon EOS R5, but we'll stress test this with a ton of other cameras here. So let's take this out and see what it can do. So I am really digging the new look here, and it's all black and gold throughout with this carbon fiber handle. I did go to a high school and a college with black and gold as a school color, so that might be helping out just a little bit. We also have a much larger screen on here, so just about 1 inch. I am a huge fan of these screens because it allows me to change all of my settings on the fly. I am not pulling out my phone whether I need to adjust the sensitivity on a certain axis or whether or not I need to adjust the motors completely for a heavier camera setup. I can do it all straight from here in just a matter of seconds. Now, if you've used a gimbal at all, you know one of the most annoying things is having this kind of move around and your camera's all over the place, you can hit it. Having locks on a gimbal is really cool, but these are some of the best locks I've ever seen. You literally just hit the switch and then rotate it until it locks into place, hit the switch, locks into place, hit the switch, locks into place. One of the quickest locking gimbals I've ever used. So you might have also noticed that this gimbal has made a bit of a transition here. That back arm is no longer blocking my screen. The 2S does allow you to actually remove the 30-degree spacer extension arm from the back, so you can choose between those two different setups. So I shot mostly with the traditional setup out of the box, but after going with this, with that angle approach on the back, I'm gonna be sticking with this for sure from now on. So definitely this trigger on the front is absolutely amazing because I can go from any of your standard modes to just touching the trigger and then having it follow every move. So it is really awesome if I want to just tilt and get some really cool moves. That trigger is really sick. So the mounting system here is also completely new. Some of the standout features here, if you have an awkward camera, again, even if your gimbal can hold the weight limit, it might not support that camera. So cameras like Blackmagic, for example, you really need to be able to slide them over to give a lot of extra room on this right side. This is gonna do it for you. Or if you're like me, I like to keep it that way because I can access the battery door or the car door and keep it there without having to take it off the gimbal. Also, you can completely remove this from the gimbal right here and put your own tripod plates on here. So if you have a tripod plate that's not Manfrotto standard, which this uses Manfrotto standard by default, so you will have the option of going with some other tripod plates on there. Now third, we do also have the ability to take out our complete assembly right here and mount it vertically right into the gimbal. This is probably one of the fastest setups I've seen for being able to go vertical, and you can rebalance this and set it up for vertical use and shoot 8K raw video, because I know that's what you guys have wanted to see from me, right? Some vertical 8K raw, but we can absolutely do it here in just a few seconds. So some really unique features here from this mechanism. So obviously you have a ton of different modes in this one. So in addition to all like your follow and lock modes and things like that, I use the go mode a lot, which gives you some really quick movement all the way around. And then also obviously your vortex mode in here. That was great for kind of shooting out of the back of the car, getting some rolls and things like that. With a lot of these shots, I just wanted to take out the bumps and things like that we're getting when riding, but we still want a lot of that natural movement. And the gimbal, different modes on that are giving me the best of both worlds. So obviously one of the coolest things about this is that it has more powerful motors now. This is the Canon EOS R5. It's an awesome camera, but it's no match for this. But what about 1DX Mark III 7200 at 200? See if we can pull off some really cool parallax with this one. Oh, that's crazy. 200 millimeters on a 1DX Mark III. In theory it works. This is heavy as hell though.
So how long can you shoot like this?
Like 5 minutes, and then I'm done.
Done.
5 minutes, that's all you get. Now obviously using a gimbal this small with a 1DX Mark III is pretty awesome, but the real reason that I need those larger motors on here is that sometimes I'll have a zoom lens like this and I want to go from 24 to 105. I don't want to have to readjust everything, and being able to do that, not have the gimbal freak out on me, I can actually hit it, move it around, it's going to be fine. Also, if you saw I was shooting out of a car window with 50-mile-an-hour winds going by me, if you do that with a setup that doesn't have very powerful motors, that just will not work out for you at all. So even though I probably would use this more with your smaller cameras, although Panasonic S1H works really well, Blackmagic, all that kind of stuff, you're going to appreciate those larger motors no matter what you're shooting. So I hope you guys enjoyed the new Crane 2S. Hit me up below if you have any questions on this. Appreciate the like, subscribe if you haven't already, guys. We got so much more stuff coming out. Some really cool car shoots as well with the R5, Sony A7S III, so stay tuned. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you next week in a new video.